Live from Grapevine, Texas. EG is up 1-0 over Fnatic, and now we get started here on CTF2, Fnatic's map choice, as we have yet another epic CTF game in front of us. Right now, we're gonna have battles over that red armor right away, and Lincoln already going in through the sewers with the med kit. Let's see what he's gonna be able to do. Actually, I thought he just went back to base.
He took his own med kit.
Okay, good game.
Which we also talked about a little bit. It denies, the enemy team from taking it, and then you can go on it with offense.
Right, of course. And so that's exactly what he did right there. Now Lincoln on the mid-level, sees that the red armor is up. Clamp also seeing it, and like a bunch of pesky mosquitoes, just fires away with his machine gun. Now getting out of there, he'll wheel out a rocket jump up to the top, uses that med kit, but does make his way into the blue base. We talk a lot about momentum, and I like to call that first flag grab, and so far we have not seen flag touch by either team, and I think that means that some serious business is in order by these guys. Let's look on over. Clamp is inside the red base. Clamp has an opportunity for the first flag grab. Down to 20 points of health, going to pick up 225s, back up to 70, and a great defensive shotgun blast by Sparty will deny him that opportunity for first flag touch.
I'm actually trying to check now, but it seems like Viju has taken over role of main D and not Clamp on this map, so they will be sitting Clamp in mid to have handled the aim and the railing, and Clamp's rail is really not good, so he probably will be very useful in mid.
Great grenade right there by ID. As he makes his way in, looks like first flag touch is going to go to EG. No! Sparty once again with that incredible defense that he's got going on. Denies them absolutely in the red base. And 18 minutes still left on the clock, and this is pretty much the way that CTF2 goes. You look for those open opportunities, you get that red armor, the med kit to spawn, and hopefully you have a buddy, but Lincoln is gonna get the first flag grab. He makes the rocket jump off to the side, 51 points of health, 25 now, as he goes up the jump pad to go
big
out
bite.
left upper, or excuse me, right upper. Yeah, he got owned.
Yeah, Clamp, they're just waiting with shotgun, huge shotgun blast. Lincoln had about a near 100 health to get out of that area, but Clamp did a nice job coming back to defense. So, but Fnatic still controlling mid a little bit better than EG. Sturmy holding it down with Rail. There's a Hang trying to play offense now. It does have medkit. Is going to be near Red's Mega. Going to attack Sparty. Is not able to get anything through though. So not any really flag touches except for Lincoln's one flag touch so far in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, some fragmented team attacks there. I think their intention was to have 2 members in, but the phenomenal defense so far here of Fnatic has prevented that from actually happening. Deuce is sitting on the flag stand, and he's just making rings around this flag stand, and Lincoln will be the one that grabs it with a great rocket jump out. He actually went the other way. He's going to drop back down, pick up some health, and maybe throw them off just a little bit. Clamp is going to say he's still in base, and he's going to go out right upper, grabs the 25, 46 points of health, and here he goes across, makes another rocket jump, and beautiful rail flag into the drink, and the flag has been returned by ID. A great defensive play there by ID in the middle.
Yeah, so that was a great rocket jump by Lincoln. Almost made it through, but got railed mid-air into mid. ID dropped down before 3 Fnatic surrounded him and returned that flag. So Fnatic has had the better of the attack so far. EG has not had a flag grab as of yet.
No, they haven't, and they have gotten fairly close. They've had some opportunities in there, but nothing that's gotten them into the main room. Here we've got Lincoln once again heading into the blue base, and he sees ID chasing after him, lands 1 rocket, 2 rockets, and he knew that he was going to run out of breath fighting there, so he just decided to fight it out anyway. But it won't matter because DeHang did go down in the drink as well. So now we've got Lincoln going down once again. Red armor's still not spawned, but it is coming up in a couple seconds. Unfortunately, he's not going to wait for it. Instead, he goes immediately for that med kit, and now will make his way in. Out of the manhole there in the back, and will Mega be there? No, Mega was just picked up not too long ago, and it will be Clamp that takes him out. So back and forth. The story is CTF2. What we're looking for is that one breakaway or that one very coordinated team attack. That once you get multiple folks involved, that's where it really becomes your chances of success basically get much, much better.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic has done a great job controlling mid, probably a little bit better than EG. You see Lincoln with another flag grab here, pretty much stacked. 100 health, almost 100 armor. He's going to rocket jump all the way over mid, all the way over, gets railed. Oh, it gets railed again, just picking up the 50.
Wow.
So he has 8 health now. That would have killed Lincoln, and Fnatic will go up 1-0.
And Fnatic will finally get themselves on the board. And I tell you what, Lincoln makes it look so easy. You see Lincoln go, and you're just like, well, why can't EG do that? But Lincoln not only got railed twice, used his med kit perfectly, landed on the 50, and
at the perfect time.
Yeah, and he has he's got those rocket jumps down to the pixel. He knows exactly the tile on the map that he's got to hit in order to land exactly where he needs to land. So 14 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Still a lot of time left in this matchup. But as you mentioned, I don't think EG has any flag time.
No, EG has no flag time. And, you know, Lincoln was able to get through mid that easy because they are controlling mid very well. I mean, Sturmy really hasn't, Sturmy is still in mid. He's still peaking. He hasn't died in a little while. He already has 12 impressives or so. 7 minutes in. I mean, he's controlling mid so well. EG can't get through mid without taking a ton of damage, or they just die completely. And then they're not able to get any of the medkits. But ID now with a flag attack, 25 health, is able to get into mid. Going to be able to get by. Looks like he will be able to get mid. He gets railed above, and the flag is sitting there, and it has been returned. You know, EG with their first flag grab there, and got all the way to mid.
They did. It was a good little run there. DeHaang's going to drop down, pick up that red armor. He's going to set himself up for another attack, quite possibly, as he will just go in through the sewers. There's a med kit waiting there for him. 102.96. Looking over at the Mega, it's probably not going to spawn within a time that he's going to want to wait. And Sparty is right there waiting for him, gets behind him, uses his med kit, but it will not be enough. As you know, Sparty obviously timing that Mega and keeping it away from those backdoor defenders. So he gets that one down, and Sparty continues to be the king of defense here for Fnatic.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, he has only died 2 times, and so has Viju. Only died 2 times. So, I mean, both players.
He is like a CTF cyborg, dude. I mean, seriously, some of the shots that I've seen, I don't normally spec defense, but he has seriously been just making some sick shots.
And Sparty doesn't play CTF as well. He only started playing mostly because this tournament played some TDM before, but he's mostly a 1v1 player, so he's making his transition into CTF, and he has been playing very nicely lately. He is doing a good job on main D. He is peeking into mid and camping that rail area when he has to. So Fnatic playing great D, and EG has not been able to mount any great attacks, doing a big shotgun blast on DeHaang there.
And undoubtedly some phenomenal communication going on with Team Fnatic. Here we've got Lincoln with yet another flag grab. He's got himself a med kit too. This is not looking good here for EG. This is a great opportunity.
Ooh, but gets railed 3 times in the mid.
And the flag is still up. It is finally returned there by Evil Geniuses. And VG will go back to play that defense. But, I mean, Lincoln has to be having a flag grab almost every 30 to 40 seconds.
Yeah, Lincoln is doing a really nice job there. VG actually just missed the rocket jump onto the flag as he went for the attack. But Lincoln has done an amazing job going through mid. I thought he was going to get through mid there with all that stack and that med kit, but he got railed 3 times within a span of 1 second or so. So EG playing mid when they have to.
Yeah, and I think it's an important aspect of this map, but you know, when you've got someone like Sturmy who's like consistently not dying and landing a ridiculous amount of rail, it's gonna be very tough. I also noticed that Sturmy has had no problem rotating back into the base, whether that's off of spawn or intentional. Point being is that when you're dealing with 3 Fnatic members inside the flag room, it's not gonna be easy. Lincoln has a flag grab once again. He's railed midair, and that will be an easy return here for Viju as he gets it back, but EG has to be thinking about, okay, now we're getting to the halfway point of this game. It's 10 minutes, 34 seconds on the clock. Fnatic scored within the first 6 minutes. They've put themselves up there. Now, that also sets up a situation where Fnatic can actually play a much more defensive game. They can rotate out through the defense to middle much more than they could when it was just 0-0 because they do have that lead. It can't mean that they can get super comfortable about it, but it does open up quite a few options. there is the 10-minute warning, officially halfway through this game. I did see that there was a flag grab earlier by, I believe that was DeHang, but that did not go anywhere.
No, and Sparty has kept control of main D really nicely. He did get fragged once by some good attacks by Clamp and DeHang at one time, but he's been able to stay stable thus far. Lincoln has not had a flag grab since that last one, though, so EG has been doing a better job in mid, been able to pick up a couple of those red armors, been able to pick up a couple of those medkits, but they have not been so far, and they're probably going to be able to get this RA as well, so EG being able to mount some attacks they have not earlier.
And will these attacks actually pay off? I think that's the big question we're all waiting to have answered here in this Quake Live CTF tournament at QuakeCon 2009. We are in map number 2, where map number 1 went into overtime. Would not be surprised to see something crazy like that happen as well.
And Viju misses another rocket jump, tried the same thing as he did last time. Second time he missed it. He was stacked 100-100. Viju going on the offense now. He does have the flag. He will be in mid. Oh, and he gets railed by, looks like, and they will pick it up again. DeHang with a rocket jump, does get railed once, has 107 health. It looks like he'll get in the base, and he will be able to tie this up 1-1.
Nice. Very, very nice. A little quick flag pass happening there. And it was good that they did get, the flag didn't, it looked like I thought it was going to end up in the water, but it actually ended up down on the ledge.
Yeah, it barely missed not going to the water. If it went to the water, Fnatic probably would have got it back really
No
easily.
problem. So that was just kind of unfortunate there by Fnatic, but EG played that one very well. We are tied once again 1-1 in a similar situation to what we saw in game number 1. Now, what EG doesn't want to do is have a deja vu repeat performance where Fnatic goes up one more flag cap and then they try to cap in the last 24 seconds. On a map like this, it's very, very hard. Not going to really happen. So 1-1, I think it's going to pretty much equalize everything. At this point, you might as well consider that it's 0-0 right now.
Yeah, and we do have 8 minutes left to go. That probably gave EG a little bit of momentum, though. After having that first cap, seeing how dominant the Euros have been in CTF2. This is the first flag capture against the Euros in CTF2 in the tournament so far. So he probably does give EG a little bit of a boost, knowing that they can cap on Fnatic and they can get through their main D. So we'll see how the next few minutes are going to go in terms of the power-ups of red armor and the medkits.
7 minutes, 27 seconds left on the clock. Lincoln is going to make his way into the blue base, although hurting very badly. You hear him scream as he gets nailed there with some machine gun fire. He's going to now round about and frags DeHang, and finally ID takes him out in the back hallway. But some of the offense isn't even making it into the base, and hence that means that we've definitely had sort of a things heat up, if you will. And EG is really locking down their defense much better than I think they were in that first 10 minutes. Did that change because they got the flag grab? I'm not 100% sure. But I would say at this point, these guys are definitely playing to win. And with a tie 1-1, we're either going to have another cap or go to overtime.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. Fnatic that has gotten re-control of mid over EG. Now we're going to see Lincoln with 8 health and 100 armor go into the enemy base, see if he can mount an attack with these 50s.
By the way, putting Viju on defense or on offense, I think very, very smart idea.
Clamp misses the rocket jump, but somehow gets through mid, but is finally taken down. So EG has missed all of those rocket jumps into the window area except for ID so far. So
where Lincoln makes them look so easy.
Lincoln makes all of them and makes them look so easy. A
lot of action here inside the red Fnatic base, although they will clear out all offensive members that try to make their way in there. And I mean, why are they making those mistakes? Is it just like a matter of moving it off? And it looks like Lincoln about to make a little
pretty
move
big
right
push.
here.
No, it seems like he goes back into mid. I mean, EG probably said that Lincoln was coming through water. Clamp sees that he is going back into mid, so EG will know that. So he will be able to get taken down. So he did have that RA and medkit. Some good communication by EG to let them know that he went back into mid.
5 minutes and 30 seconds now on the clock, and we're getting down to the final quarter here of this CTF match, what typically takes 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer if we do once again go into overtime. And the way that these two teams are stacked and the talent that are on both of these rosters, I would not be totally surprised. At the same time, One little attack, one perfect attack here in the back, maybe a missed Mega health here, and there is a Mega up. Oh, that's in the blue base, but Mega's about to be up here in 5 seconds. If he could beat Sparty here, he's going to have a nice, and it's not going to happen, and Sparty will be refueled there with that Mega. Another missed opportunity, and that's ultimately what you're fighting for here. Deuce is going to make his way out now. He's got the blue flag. He's going up the right-left side. We see a rocket jump up by one EG member. He'll go back in, get the rail, returns that flag. And that one definitely made some players sweat.
Yeah, that was a little bit risky. I didn't see main D coming anywhere, so it's a good thing that Clamp came from behind with that rail to return that flag. Yeah, I mean, Fnatic does have more control of mid. I mean, the more you control mid, the more rails you have, the more red armors you can get, the more med kits you can get, and the more damage you can deal to the offensive players. So EG will need to regain control of that mid somewhat.
Watching Lincoln once again making his way out of his base over to the other side on an assault, as he has been the primary offensive member along with Deuce here for Fnatic. Gonna fire off some rails before he actually decides to make his way in. Great rail on to hang right there, dropping down to the water as another, just absolutely raging
Lincoln
on
doesn't
Dehang
miss.
there. No, he doesn't. 1-1, we are tied, 3 minutes, 46 seconds. Lincoln is gonna grab that red armor and make his way onto the blue side of the base. No flag grabs in about the last minute or so, at least no worthy flag grabs. Rocket jump by Lincoln up. He's gonna take a rail from the mid, but inside the blue base, looking for an open opportunity to actually attack that flag.
They must know Lincoln is there. He's going to try that rocket jump, and he misses it now, and he gets taken down. So now he misses a crucial rocket jump. Had a decent stack to get that flag. YA was up right below as well. So, you know, even the great players do miss some, and that can, you know, that can cost them.
You never miss those slashes.
I never do.
1-1 is the score. 3 minutes left on the clock. Clamp is going to go past that Mega, leave it for someone else. ID is inside the red base right now. He's going to rotate around, go to the other side, finds Sturmy, knocks him down. That will open up that middle just a little bit, but ID only has 19 points of health. Not a whole lot he's going to do. In fact, he gets double team sandwiched, if you will, by 2 Fnatic team members. And now Sturmy making his way back to middle to continue the rail onslaught that he has been delivering to EG. We are tied though, and 2 minutes 30 seconds left on the clock. You've got to know that both of these teams are definitely gearing up for what this overtime is going to mean. And do you believe, Slasher, that it really does change the strategies on the final minutes of an overtime game? Just because of the way that the spawn system works?
In terms of the last minutes of the...
in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really, and this map, you can get across mid in about as much time as the respawn time is. So the more you die on this map, it's even more costly because of how fast you can just cap here. So really, it's going to be very important that Sparty and Viju stay alive.
All right, now Lincoln just made his way into the blue base. Mega is up on the blue side. He hasn't gone out for it yet, but if he can ward off Dehang and get himself in there, that Mega is going to make a huge difference. However, Dehang made his way in there. It's not going to happen. Again, another missed opportunity there. He is going to kill ID, and Viju grabs the flag, killed on a rocket jump, so he will not get out of there with that. No shoplifting in the red base, says Fnatic. 1 minute, 27 seconds left on the clock, and the flag is still down there for Fnatic, but sometimes they just choose not to return it because it's in a better position than the actual flag stand itself.
I mean, I think EG wants to get this over with more than Fnatic does. I think overtime favors Fnatic here with the better aimers, a more rail heavy map. You know, they have Sparty and Sturmy in mid. EG would like this to be able to get a cap in the last minute before they go to overtime. I'm not sure if they will be able to. It will be very important to see Viju and Sparty both stay alive in this OT. Well, ID is in the base. We'll see if he can finally get the rocket jump. Gets hit at the same exact time as he attempts a rocket jump and gets killed.
And he's taken out with 44 seconds left on the clock. All these guys look like they are in the blue base. EG, I don't know that they're going to have one final attack, maybe literally one final attack. Sturmy goes down in middle. That will let some EG members through. ID is in there, goes up the jump pad. No one inside this base. Sparty finally makes himself known. The flag is grabbed. Sparty will take him out with a beautiful, beautiful rocket launcher to the feet, and I think that will mean overtime right here. Sparty will continue to lock this down. ID once again inside the red base. He's got one more opportunity here. 10 seconds on the clock. Sturmy comes in from the back, takes him out 1-1. We are going into overtime once again here in the semifinals between Fnatic and EG. This is game 2, and Fnatic needs to win this one to stay alive. EG can close this chapter right here in OT.
All right, well, now that we are in overtime, we'll see how each of these players are going to play, if they're going to go a little bit more defensive, if they're not going to continue to rush into mid. You know, frags are much more important in OT than it is in the regular game, and right now,
Lincoln is inside the blue base. He just grabbed the flag. However, ID is about to grab the red flag. Maybe we can switch on over to him. There it is. He's got himself a med kit, and I think that respawn time might come into play here. He's going to get out of there. 74-68. He fakes him out. Nice job. However, he's still got to get out of the base. He's now entering into phase 2. He's got to go across here. That respawn.
Yes, med kit. He doesn't use the med kit. ID doesn't use med kit, and he takes a rail, and flag will stay there. It's taken by Bijou. Bijou has the flag. He's going to mid. One more cap, and EG will take the match and go to the grand finals, and they will. And EG beats the Europeans.
Wow. Very, very awesome. The local spectators definitely giving EG a huge round of applause on that one, as they certainly deserve that.